In the mystical realm where the card goblin dwelled, a peculiar encounter unfolded. One day, as the card goblin ventured through the enchanted forest on its way back to its cave with a fresh batch of PSA-graded Pokemon cards, it stumbled upon a lone Mimikyu. The Mimikyu, with its tattered cloak and longing eyes, seemed drawn to the card goblin, following it with an unwavering determination. Despite the card goblin's attempts to shake off the persistent Pokemon, the Mimikyu remained by its side, refusing to leave. Confused and annoyed by the Mimikyu's incessant presence, the card goblin couldn't understand why the lonely Pokemon kept following it. Try as it might, the card goblin couldn't shake the Mimikyu off, and its frustration grew with each passing day. Unbeknownst to the card goblin, the Mimikyu was simply seeking companionship. Longing for a friend to share its days with, the Mimikyu saw the card goblin as a potential ally in its quest for companionship. One day, as the card goblin and the Mimikyu journeyed through the forest, disaster struck. A rampaging Rayquaza, enraged by a disturbance in its territory, descended upon them with fury. The card goblin, caught off guard by the sudden attack, found itself in a dire situation. But to its surprise, the Mimikyu sprang into action, bravely facing off against the towering dragon Pokemon. In an epic battle that echoed through the forest, the Mimikyu fought valiantly, risking its own life to protect the card goblin and its precious PSA-graded cards. After a fierce struggle, the Mimikyu emerged victorious, its cloak torn and battered, but its spirit unbroken. The card goblin, grateful for the Mimikyu's heroic deed, couldn't help but feel a twinge of admiration for the plucky Pokemon. However, despite the Mimikyu's bravery, the card goblin still couldn't shake the feeling of annoyance at its constant presence. Determined to find a solution, the card goblin sought the counsel of its old friend Bob, the seasoned Pokemon master. Really, Bob? Bob, upon seeing the Mimikyu, recognized the loneliness in its eyes and explained to the card goblin that the Mimikyu was simply looking for a friend. Moved by Bob's words, the card goblin realized that perhaps the Mimikyu's persistence stemmed from a genuine desire for companionship. In a surprising turn of events, the card goblin decided to send the Mimikyu to live with Bob, knowing that the Mimikyu would find a friend in the kind-hearted Pokemon master. Bob, overjoyed at the opportunity to befriend a Mimikyu, gladly welcomed the lonely Pokemon into his home. As the Mimikyu embarked on a new chapter of its life with Bob, the card goblin couldn't help but feel a sense of relief. Though it still preferred its solitary ways, the card goblin knew that it had made the right decision in giving the Mimikyu the chance to find the companionship it had been seeking. And so, as the sun set over the mystical realm, the card goblin and Bob reflected on the unexpected bonds that had formed amidst the chaos of their Pokemon-filled world. As for the Mimikyu, its future with Bob held the promise of new adventures and lasting friendships yet to come.